Everything where we from, it goes down. They like good, block the block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, like it's hard. We coming at you live from the green yard.
Bitches, sick bitches, when I'm switching from more for the ammunition. Listen, this is for the kids in position. Wait to escape each clip and evicted. You're 6 bitch, you're 16-digit profit from these flicks that keep my spit from living. And it is another life like missing. Stay high to defy the laws of physics. Critics kiss my ass, go witness 7 minutes in, but I ain't in a minute for this shit. Ain't equipped enough to have ammo, and the king starts to legit. Zero when I'm 15 like AR. You can live your life in the graveyard. Like you're not gonna take off. I got a lot to say, they just hate bars. We hate bars, this they might make or something right is about to happen. Lightning strikes the mic when I be rapping. Nobody come and tell me something blasted. I'm flashing needles, smashing. Nobody will close my casket.
Modern the graveyard, 3 young riders, ammunition, King Saul, Mac, Chino.
Everything where we from, it goes down. Day and night, hood, block to block, town to town. Murder, murder, kill, kill, like it's hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill. Murder, murder, kill, kill, like it's hard. We coming at you live from the graveyard.
Shit, for the reason that bitch ass niggas hate. Nigga rap the hood all day. Script, from a track race. Somebody dropped in the middle set. So that's when it's so nice, really wet. It's a killer set. I got many threats, and on top of that, I'm a lunatic. My niggas be tripping on me sometimes. Saying that a nigga be Iceman, so evacuate. In other words, vacate. Cause a nigga like me might premeditate. I'm full of danger. Oops, I mean anger shit. But I guess they bump the block. See, I. Now me, my nigga got 2020. Bitch, you be my tree. That's my nigga, that's my bitch. You fucked around. This is lame shit. I'm telling shit. Insane shit, and every time I get done, it's a empty clip. I don't understand, but I'm on the edge. I guess I'm part of the better dead. That's what it said from me. Don't listen. Crazy, sorry, got hollows hissing. Walk with me, go kill with me, put guns with me, come kill with me, come ride with me, go steal with me. If you don't fuck with me, you history. One life like all and sick, and that's for me. And it's from a stick, torch chamber, bottom pit, the home of the break that lunatic.
Everything where we from, it goes down.
They the hood, like the block, town to town. We back, baby. It's Tuesday. Woo! I feel good today, goddamn. What's up, Ryan? You all right?
I feel great, man.
Okay. Chocolate Girl, how you doing, Chocolate Girl?
Chocolate Girl is great. Doing fantastic.
And Zara, you over there in what they call darkness. They let you out the dark room. All right. That's nice to hear. How you doing, Zara?
Zara is doing great.
Okay, whatever that means. Ron, let's start off with these trash ass players that we do each and every Tuesday, Ron.
Okay, my trash ass player, I got a lot of them, but I finna start off with Atlanta Falcons ex-running back Michael the Boner Turner got arrested for child abandonment.
Okay.
Player, I don't know if your mind messed
Who got arrested?
Michael the Boner Turner, ex-running back for the Chargers and the Falcons for child abandonment.
Oh, okay.
And my Atlanta Falcons, we got beat like we stole something by you be quiet up there.
Oh,
by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thank you, Sharon. And Dennis and Sharon and Zara, you know how I tell every football team. You don't look ahead. You got to go one game at a time. Michigan quarterback called the Georgia Bulldogs out. Now, y'all got to face TCU before y'all get to us. Calm down, player. Calm down. You know you fucked up. You know you fucked up.
Hope y'all crush his ass. What did he say? I didn't see it. What did he say?
I cannot say. I will not say it on here that will cancel us. And I not, no.
Well, you can give me the gist of what he said without using those words, right?
Basically, we coming for you, mother.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Well, okay. Well, they can come all they want. I hope y'all run. I hope y'all steamroll them. That's what I hope y'all do.
Me too. I hope we set a new record, put up 70 on her. So
yeah, that would serve them right. That would serve them right.
All right, it's on Chocolate Girl. Go ahead, Chocolate Girl.
Okay, so I only have one that I'm gonna do. This weird story going on with Trey Young down in Atlanta with Coach Nate McMillan. First of all, trash ass player, somebody who leaked what was going on behind closed doors with the team. That's one. Second of all, he wasn't at the game, and in the press conference, this reporter was just trying to, drill down and make him answer questions about the reason why, and you weren't there for your team. And he was like, as I said, the fact that it got exposed, that it came out, it was a private matter, and it shouldn't have gone out. So that's sad right there. But now it is out. The rest of the story, I'm keeping private, and he should have respected that. But no, he want to be one of them smart ass. His name is Zach Klein, and he wanted to be one of them smart ass reporters, and said to him, "I respect what you're saying about the privacy of the locker room and the privacy of the practice court. I guess it's just a public thing of you not going to support your teammates when you're healthy and not on the bench. So where's the disconnect there?" And so Trey Young looked at him and said, "If I was healthy, I would have been playing," and just shut all that noise down like he should have. So I don't know what's going on between him and Nate McMillan, but it ain't none of our doggone business. That's the way I feel about it. And if he said he gonna keep it behind closed doors and gonna keep it private, then respect that man and move on to the next damn question.
Can I answer that?
What?
What going on? They got the a shooting guard from San Antonio,
right? Mm-hmm.
And the front office for the Atlanta Hawks, though they're all what they needed to do great.
Mm-hmm.
So they told Nate McMillan at the beginning of the season, we're going to give you everything that you want. Now your job to be the head coach and make this team come together. If you don't get this team above 500 or whatever, you're going to be on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
So that was going on.
Well, I don't know what's going on specifically, though, between those two. Because there was some kind of disconnect. Because he has a shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to work on his shoulder. According to this article, he wanted to work on his shoulder rather than going through both practices. He wanted to work on the shoulder. Mm-hmm. But Nate wanted him to work on his shoulder through the shoot around and then join in the practice and then be at the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "No, I need more rehab on my shoulder." Now, Y'all already know how I feel about athletes when they say that they're injured and they need to have rehab, and the teams try to make them play or press them into playing when they feel like they're not ready. I have a real issue with that. I have a real issue with them mishandling their injuries because it can have lasting and permanent effects and mess up their careers. So I'm team Trey on this one. I like Nate McMillan, but I think he was a little bit out of pocket saying to him, giving him the ultimatum, either you do it the way I say or you don't come, you don't sit on the side. He said either you're gonna start off the bench or not show up to the game. And so he decided, well, I just won't show up to the game then.
Sad.
That's it. And I don't blame him. Dennis, back to you.
Oh, that position was done?
That's it. I only had one. That's
Oh,
it.
okay. All right. What's up, Zar?
Oh, okay. Let's go to Cleveland and the big return that everyone was waiting on. I wasn't waiting on it, but Deshaun Watson, everybody was picking him up in fantasy so he could put up a measly 131 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. And luckily for his defense, he didn't lose to his ex-team because they scored all the points in the kicker. So, I mean, I know he's going to be rusty, but the money you're getting paid and the magnitude of the quarterback you're supposed to be, and against your old team, you should have been like motivated. And yeah, that was just a horrible debut, you know. So I'm not letting him off the hook. Go get a massage or something. I don't know. The Tar Heels of North Carolina, college basketball. Y'all were on my list last week after losing 2 in a row. Then my Hoosiers spanked y'all asses. And then y'all lost to I believe it was Vanderbilt or another team Sunday. So y'all have lost 4 in a row now. You're not even ranked. Y'all were number 1. Y'all were the favorites to win the national championship this year. And now you guys are 5-4 with 4 straight losses and not ranked. That's unfortunate. And then finally, the USC college football Trojans. You had a Heisman up for grabs and a playoff spot. Both would have been locked with a win over Utah, a team that already beat you earlier, a team that everyone said you guys would avenge. And not only did y'all lose, y'all got destroyed in the second half. Caleb folded to the Heisman hype, and USC did not make the playoffs. Double whammy. You're on the trash-ass player list. Sorry. Tulane, go spank them in that Sugar Bowl, Peach Bowl, whatever bowl they in, because they deserve it with their soft asses. That's my list, man.
I second that, Czar.
Huh?
I said I second that.
I'm third that, Czar. I'm with you.
Czar, you always coming at them California teams. Czar, you always, it's always you. I don't know why.
But
you love that fucking, but you got that California love, but can't stand their team. I don't know. I don't know. Let me start this thing off, man, with our ritual. If you have 3 turnovers, you make the list. 3 turnovers in football. Let me get that out of the way. You make the list. Tua Tagovailoa. You have just made the list. Just want to let you know that, sir.
You
have just made the list.
Who else,
right.
Dennis?
He had 2 interceptions and a fumble. You have just made the list.
Who else, Dennis?
Not the MVP. No.
That's the MVP. The MVP. And while I'm at it, let me put it on. King Henry. Yeah, I got the name. King Henry. King Henry. You came to Philadelphia and you left yourself. You wasn't yourself, sir. You had the lowest recording numbers that you had rushing the ball when you was with us, sir. 30 yards all game, because we don't play that shit around here. That's why.
That's right. That's right.
So if you want to leave, go ahead and leave, baby.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Anything that you gotta know, show. You ain't got one, you gotta have three. That's all I got right there. Let's get to these certified players.
You forgot one more, Dennis.
No, you can say it though. I ain't forgetting nobody.
No, John.
I thought you had something. Why you get the first? Why you get the first one on
all you Matt Ryan lovers.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
All you Matt Ryan lovers. Y'all were in my dad inbox in the offseason. Y'all watching Flocka. Y'all told me Matt Ryan would take the coach to the Super Bowl. What happened, baby?
I don't even think they go to. I don't even know. I don't even think they go to Walmart Superstore.
What happened, baby?
What about the chili bowl?
The chili bowl.
Right.
Y'all watching Flocka like my co-host call y'all. Y'all told me, oh, Matt Ryan will be straight over there. Matt Ryan will get the coach to the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan was going to do this, that. Matt Ryan, take your ass over there on the sideline. Don't even pick up the clipboard that you might fumble their ass too.
Wow.
You feel me?
You don't even need to be a damn backup.
I feel him.
Dallas were on y'all ass like flies on shit.
What is it? Language.
What happened, baby? What happened?
You feel me?
Back to you.
No, it's on you, sir. We don't certify players.
My Georgia Bulldogs, we put up 50 on the LSU. ESPN hyped this team up.
I told Dennis.
They hyped this damn team up again.
And tell me they weren't covering 17.
I did not think they was covering.
Back to you, Dennis.
No, it's on Chocolate Girl. Chocolate Girl.
All right, certified. My Pittsburgh Steelers. That's one. Number two, San Francisco 49ers winning that game after Jimmy G went down. Sorry, Jimmy G, about your injury. I hope you get well soon. Also, I want to say Deion Sanders is certified.
Prime time. Coach Prime.
I'm very, very happy that Coach Prime got a job with Colorado and that he decided to take it. He did his job. He went to Jackson State and did what he said he was going to do. And now he's going to carry he's taking his talents to Boulder, Colorado. And there's nothing wrong with it. He left a blueprint. If the folks at Jackson State aren't smart enough to follow it, that's on them. So if they want to maintain that greatness, they better follow it. Or else come up with their own blueprint. So that's my certifieds.
All right. What you guys are?
Yeah, let's run down the list. Let's go shout out Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 1 for the Lions. You know, another hundo. Two touchdown effort. You know what I'm saying?
Two touchdowns.
Two touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns. I feel like Ryan Clark today. Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
We're gonna. They said I'm moving there, so I might as well go ahead and shout out Philly.
No, shout out Dallas. You gotta say that about no. Shout out Dallas. Don't put up 50 points. They talking about the Cowboys.
Hurts.
I'm about them Cowboys, huh? They talking about them Cowboys. Ain't nobody better than Blue. Best team in the NFL. Only one put up 50 this year. Talk about them Cowboys, God.
Hurts MVP right now. AJ Brown revenge game against Tennessee. Do you notice after the game, Tennessee fired the GM because he traded AJ Brown?
Yeah.
Because they saw what they traded, you know what I mean? So they couldn't get over that hump. But shout out to the eventual Super Bowl champs and MVP Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. We're gonna go to Baltimore. Shout out to Huntley, man. Lamar down, and it's a crucial. They scored 3 points, all game, and crucial game-winning drive, man. This dude, he looks like Lamar to me, and I ain't talking about, I mean, like Hurts don't look like Lamar when he runs. Fields don't look like Lamar. Hunt, he got that same step, that same dash that Lamar does, and maybe because they practice together. But for a minute, I thought that was Lamar out there, the way that boy was balling on that last drive. And they won 10-9. They pulled it out. So I give that man his credit for just coming in cold like that and, putting that team on his back. Shout out to the Cleveland defense. As mentioned, they let Deshaun Watson off the hook, and they destroyed the Houston Texans and Kyle Allen, and like they're supposed to. So I'm just giving them some love. Shout out to the biggest story in the NFL, surprise story, is Geno Smith. Still out there balling, throwing for 300. He ain't managing no games this year, y'all. This man is throwing the ball. He ain't managing. He's winning football games. 300 yards and 2 more touchdowns, no picks, I believe. And I almost had 350. And, doing his thug thizzle, as Jody saying, baby boy, I'm going to do my thug thizzle. Shout out to Burrow and them Bengals, man. Ever since the 0-2 start, I believe they're 8-2. Put hands on the chefs. I call them the chefs, and they own the chefs. That's their kryptonite. Buffalo better hope Cincinnati catch the Chiefs before they do, because that's the only way Buffalo might have a chance to go anywhere.
The only way.
Because Cincinnati, Burrow, so far last 3 games, he put hands on them boys. Shout out to the fantasy player of the year and the number 1 running back, Josh Jacobs, for the Raiders, and Devontae Adams, number 1 receiver. Hey, y'all can say all y'all want about the Raiders. They got the best running back and receiver this year, fantasy-wise, stat-wise, and they on a roll. They might just get into the playoffs. Playoffs? All right, Dennis, shout out to Dallas. We scored the second highest points in the history of football, 33 points in the fourth quarter. They said that was the second highest all-time ever. I don't know who was first, but just for doing that, props. Shout out to the Boston Celtics, the only team in the NBA with 20 wins. So, I'm going to recognize that with an interim head coach. And then shout out to the New York Mets. We lose DeGrom. And I'm like, no, what do? We go out and get the Mr. Cy Young himself, Justin Verlander. So look forward to Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, the 1-2 punch this coming season.
He's 176 years old.
And he's a Cy Young winner, was the best pitcher in baseball with the lowest ERA at his age as well. So, hey, I don't give it a look at Tom Brady. Look at it's a different day now, Dennis. It ain't like back in the day. He only has last season or whatever. And if that's the case, we in hell of a good shape.
Well, since you took everything else off my list, I'm just going to give a shout out to the 49ers. Even though they done went down with 2 quarterbacks, they still went out there and got that win against the Miami Dolphins. So shout out to the 49ers. Shout out to the Niners out there, man. That was that game right there. Hell of a game.
Game.
Besides that, you know what I mean? That's all I had. You want to talk about the Eagles. He could have talked about his Cowboys, dirty motherfucker. Anyway,
I brought him up.
Nah, let's do it, Zara.
All right. So let's get to it. You know our current theme, our top 10 weekly. So this week we're doing We're doing biopics, baby. You know, and a biopic is basically a movie about, either someone, a group, or something based on a true story in the life of that particular, of whatever it is. So, with that being said, we're going to go over to Ronathan Thomas.
Number 10, Walk the Line, Johnny Cash. Number 9, Life.
Life?
Yep.
Who's Life?
Trust me. Life with Eddie Murphy.
No, it's not a biopic, bro.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
It came up under that.
Life is not a true story.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan.
Straight out Compton. What love got to do with it? Bonnie and Clyde. Ali, Ray, Coal Mine, daughter, Malcolm X, Selena, and Catch Me If You Can. There you go.
Yeah, Life is not a biopic. It's a buddy comedy drama film, is what it is.
It came up under that.
Yeah. Did you click on it? You sure it's not another movie called Life?
No.
Yeah, that's not a biopic. But anyway.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Let's go to Sharon.
All righty. Number 10, American Gangster with Denzel Washington. Number 9, 42 with
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Right.
Number 8, Ali with Will Smith. Number 7, What's Love Got to Do with It, Ryan? With Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne. 6 is Black Klansman.
That's a good one.
I don't even know the name of none of them actors, but that was a darn good movie.
That's Denzel Washington's son.
Oh, I didn't know his name.
John David, I believe it's John David Washington, and and what's his name? Driver, Adam Driver. He was nominated for best actor in that movie. The guy that was the one that was playing like the white guy with the hair. He got nominated. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, that is a Spike Lee film. So
yes.
Number 5 is Ray with Jamie Foxx. Number 4 is Glory with Denzel again. 3 is Fruitvale Station with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
2 is Malcolm X, Denzel again, Spike Lee joint. And number 1 is Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington again, because I love the hell out of that movie. And it's a true story. So that's my number 1.
All right. Pretty solid.
Always black. I always bet on black, y'all. Always bet on black.
All right. Let's go over to Dennisathan.
All right. Dennis Athen. I'm going with number 10, Roxanne Shante. Number 9, I am going to go What's Love Got to Do with It. Number 8, Malcolm 8. Number 8 is Ray. Number 7 is Ali. Number 6 is What Love Got to Do with It. Number 5 is The Blind Side. Number 4 is Wolf of Wall Street. Number 3 is Notorious B.I.G. Number 2 is Casino. And number 1, I also have Remember the Titans.
You mean Notorious?
Yeah, well, okay, Notorio.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna have some on here. That's cool. I like when some of mine haven't been picked though, just because it keeps it fresh. But same time, I'm like, huh, y'all didn't pick that? No, but
That's not a biopic though, Jay Jones.
what?
When They See Us is a miniseries.
Good, very good miniseries though.
Yes, it is.
All right, I have a tie at number 10. Straight Outta Compton and Cadillac Records. Two very good musical movies. One about obviously gangster rap, and the other one about I forgot the dude's name. Chess Records, the white dude that that kind of put the race records on and brought it aboard. With what's his name? What's the dude that Mos Def played? Chuck Berry and Muddy Waters. Even Beyonce, who I don't really care for, did a solid job as Etta James. Good movie. Number 9.
He's a Beyonce hater.
I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. Number 9. Whose bus was it, Dennis?
I don't know.
Selena's bus. This is the number of Selena. 1997. Selena. J-Lo. Yes. My film. Number 8, this one wasn't said, I don't believe. Great, I love the film. One of my guys is Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Excellent film. Love it. Very good movie. Number 7, everyone had it. Ray, 2004. Number 6, I was kind of shocked maybe Ryan or Dennis didn't have this, and that's Blow with Johnny Depp. Very good. I
watched Blow, but
a good movie.
2001.
It was all right.
Number 5, I have another tie. Neither one of these were said, and these are sensational movies. Men of Honor with Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr. in the year 2000 was when it was created. About the first black Navy deep sea diver.
Right, good movie.
And 12 Years a Slave, 2013.
Never saw it. See, I never saw it.
Yeah,
So
acting. Lupita, one of my favorite actresses, did win Best Supporting Actress in that movie. She was incredible. Number 4, Malcolm X. Yes, sir. Malcolm X, 1992. Number 4. Number 3, I don't know if Dennis had this or not. Maybe he might have, but I got a tie. I got both these joints. I figured you would have had one of them. The Pursuit of Happiness, 2006, and King Richard. Will Smith, I gave him a tie. Absolutely. Number 3, Pursuit of Happiness and King Richard. And then number 2, I think y'all had it number 1, and then I probably could have put it number 1, but Remember the Titans. But my number 1 is the greatest mob movie of all time, and that's Goodfellas, 1990. That's my number 1. So, but I can. What you say?
Goodfellas was cool. I had them Temptations as a
TV miniseries. So, a great movie, but didn't qualify for this list.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, those are some pretty solid lists across the board. You know what I mean? If some of y'all didn't see some of those movies, please check those out. You know what I'm sizzling? Especially Men of Honor, if you ain't seen it.
I ain't watched none of them slave movies.
Oh,
after that Roots 90s run on every year.
I didn't really like the run on. I like the original Roots. I like the original Roots. I didn't watch the Next Generation. I didn't really, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's no good. I'm just saying
Who's the original Roots? Who's that? The guy from Reading Rainbow on it?
That's Ben Vereen, Chicken George, Will Smith's father from Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the one I like.
Wasn't James from the Good Times in the original?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, that was a good one. The guy from PBS, Over the Rainbow, he was Kunta Kinte. That's where I know him from.
Right.
I forgot his real name.
That's why I call him Reading Rainbow. That's what I call him.
Right.
I love those.
That's LeVar Burton. LeVar Burton.
Yeah, there you go. That's his name. So those are the ones that I grew up with. I didn't really watch the other ones, but I did watch a lot of the other, story. Like 12 Years was a really good movie. Yeah, some of those movies are hard to watch, but I just feel they need to be seen. everyone that should know the history and should see it. And like Nolly
Right.
said, appreciate the actors. Our actors don't get the props they deserve. So even if it's for that, like I said, Lupita, and man, I would just like, it felt so real. Like, dude, she put her blood and sweat in that performance, dude, and she got her props for it. So, you know, that I get that out of it at least, even though we had to.
I got a question for you, Czar.
Yeah.
There you go, right.
Resurrecting the Champ, Samuel Jackson. Ah, man, I think that was a true story. What'd he say? You got me when I was down and out. That shit was hella funny. Yeah, pretty solid movie. I think it's a biopic. I think that was a true story. Yeah, that was where Samuel Jackson.
I don't know, Czar. I'm a little older than you, and I've just seen so many of those movies, so many of them, and heard the stories, read the history, lived part of it. I just can't do it anymore.
No, I know a lot of people like that. Jay Will,
I just can't do it. Like Till, I still haven't gone to see Till. I'm not gonna go see it. I know I'm not gonna go see it.
There's parts of Till that's rough, parts of it.
But see, I can't do that. And see, I went to see Harriet, but that's because
Hurricane
Harriet
is a biopic. I didn't watch Harriet yet. I got it on my list though. The reason
it's
why
good. I went to see it, and Harriet didn't have all that in it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Sharon, I don't want to give the movie away, but I don't want to give the movie away.
All of that in it.
I heard that they tried to do some shit that wasn't true, and I don't want to say it. I ain't going to even get into it right now, but I'll watch it. I'll check it out.
It's a great movie, and she does a great job. And they did take some creative license with stuff, but that's what people do when they make movies.
Right.
And some people took it too personal, took it too seriously, and got all upset about it for no reason. It really didn't.
Jay Jones said, "Get on up."
It just
that's another Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
So
it didn't make my top 10, but it's a good movie though.
Anyway, so I kept all of mine black. I just wanted to keep all of mine black because that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And I do have some interesting. Some of the other ones that y'all named, I did have, on my 11 through 20 list.
Right.
Yeah, Fruitvale Station was
one of them that you all did not say was Amadeus. And I was stunned when I saw it on the list when I was doing my research, because I didn't know people love that movie as much as I did. I loved that movie. I went to actually see it in the theater 3 times. That's how much I loved it.
Right.
It was a great film. And plus, I play piano and I love Mozart. I love playing Mozart. So that meant a lot to me. So anyway, that movie was fantastic. Schindler's List was fantastic.
Yeah.
That movie was amazing.
See, I can't watch that again.
No, I can't watch it again.
Right.
I watched it the one time. I had to turn away on a few scenes. It was that bad.
Yeah, we said Ray already.
We said Ray, Duke.
I don't know Simon Birch. I don't think I've seen that movie. If that's a movie, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, and Hurricane was a good movie. Yes.
And we said Ali.
Yeah, but Ali was great.
Right.
I liked Ray a little bit more than I liked Ali, which is why I had it higher on my list.
Right. Oh, I like Ray a lot more. That's why I had Ray on my list. I wasn't the hugest fan of Ali myself, but all right. So we can go ahead and get on over to Sharon.
Now.
All right. So I love basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. It used to be football, but basketball took it over. So it's my favorite sport. And I was talking to some guys in another sports group, and they were getting into arguments over, basketball nicknames and whose nickname was the greatest ever. And you know how men do. Y'all always got to, what's the best ever? No, it's this. No, I'm right. And they arguing, and I'm just sitting there just watching them, looking like y'all are crazy. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their own opinion. So I thought it would just be a good question for us to share. What is your top 10 NBA nicknames of all time? So I'm gonna start with Czar. I want to hear yours.
Yeah, Lone Survivor, really good Mark Wahlberg movie. That was a good war movie. So we're gonna go 10-1. So I got a tie at 10 we're gonna go with the glove, Gary Payton,
That's
and
a good one.
Big Country. Didn't really care. I mean, he didn't really pan out as a player, and wasn't even really a fan of Bryant Reeves. You know, big white boy from Oklahoma State. But I always like the name Big Country. That's a cool name. Big Country.
Hey Czar. Yeah. I never even knew what his real name was.
Never
even heard it. All I heard was Big Country. Never called it. Never heard it. Nothing.
That's all I know. He balled out in college, but when he got to the pro level, he was just too slow. He just wasn't, you know, he had the body, but yeah, he just didn't have the athleticism that was needed at the time to be an NBA pro, and not that good of a jump shot. So if you can't bang with them boys on the inside, then yeah, he just fell off. Number 9, my guy Jason Williams, White Chocolate. Yeah, y'all know who he is. That's
the elbow.
Yep, perfect nickname. Perfect nickname for that kid. Sharon ain't gonna like this one, but it's my guy, and some of this different reasoning, but I always thought it just sounded cool, and that's C-Web. C-Web is, and I also like Chris Webber, but yeah, C-Web, that's my guy. That's a cool little nickname. Charlotte's Web, C-Web, however you want it, whatever it fits. Number 7, The Dream. I always thought that was a dope name. Obviously, I think someone in the old days was also called The Dream, but obviously I know him as Akeem The Dream. But I think there was a player in either the 60s or 70s that also had that nickname when I looked it up. Number 6, man, this is one of my favorites, and weird because I don't like people trying to, y'all know, like the Jordan imitators or this and that. But Baby Jordan, Harold Miner, and I was a fan of Harold Miner, and I was actually rooting for that kid. And Baby Jordan at USC, I was rooting for that young man. And then he got to Miami. Number 5, Stacey Augmon, The Plastic Man, one of my favorite cartoons growing up. So that was the perfect name. That dude was so lanky, long, lengthy, and could jump out the gym. Number 4, my guy, as simple as that, D Rose. It just sounds dope. And I remember he had a commercial. Who was in the commercial with him? And he was like, man, we got to get you a nickname. And he was like, what, you don't like D Rose? He was like, well, that ain't really a nickname. So that was funny because it's his initials, obviously. But, the top 3. Number 3 is Dominique Wilkins, The Human Highlight Film. Number 2 is AI, The Answer. And do I really got to say number 1? Sharon, just say it for me.
Hey, Air Jordan.
There it is.
That was number 1?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As Jack Nicholson would say, is there any other kind? I mean, is there any other?
Real quick, you know what's funny, Dennis? When I was looking them up, I saw Aaron Gordon. I didn't know that was his nickname, but you remember Aaron Gordon from Martin when they played the girls?
Yeah.
Like old ass Aaron Gordon. I was dying. It just sounded funny, but
yeah. All right. Go ahead, Big Ron.
Big Shot Rob, aka Robert Horry, the Iceman, the Big Ticket, Dr. J, the Slim Reaper,
I like
Chocolate Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
The Answer, Black Mamba, Air Jordan, and The Dream.
Okay.
How do you put Dream over Air?
I love footwork. I love the way he did Dennis Rodman.
I'm not talking about the player. I'm talking about the name.
The Dream. It like you just put people to sleep. They dreaming. Okay. I just thought that was the coolest ever. The name, The Dream.
All right, Big Din Din. I can't wait to see what you got. I want to see if I guessed right. Go ahead.
Let me start from the top. Number 10 would be The Answer. Number 9 would be The Diesel. Number 8, I'm putting Iceman, George Gervin. Number 6, I'm going to put down
You
Dr.
skipped
J.
7.
My fault.
Why you
Number 7 is Dr. J.
Okay.
Number 7 is Dr. J. Number 6 is Penny Hardaway. Number 5 is I got down on my knees and I prayed to Jesus. Jesus Shuttlesworth. Number 4 is the Greek Freak. Number 3 is Magic Johnson. Real name is Irvin. Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Slam Larry Johnson and his grandmama. And number 1, the coolest nickname, they even gave him a movie for it. It was so cool. Uncle Drew. Coolest nickname out there. Uncle Drew. I don't have Jordan.
Of course you don't.
Of course you don't. Sixers hater. All right.
I got Uncle Drew on it.
Yeah, okay.
He tortured them so much.
That ain't even a nickname, but that's okay.
Right.
We'll leave it.
Uncle Drew.
No, it's not. Just came from a movie character. That's not a nickname, but that's fine.
No,
Jesus Shuttleworth. Jesus Shuttleworth, same thing.
Okay.
No,
Sorry.
Uncle Drew didn't come from a movie character. He made that up.
Jesus Shuttleworth came from a movie.
Jesus Shuttlesworth, yes, but he made up Uncle Drew.
Okay. Well, I got Jesus on my list because I got Jesus on my mind. So Jesus gonna be on my list. All right. So here's the list. Here's the 10 greatest. Well, actually, I have 2 ties. Actually, I have a tie at number 10, and that's between Pistol Pete Maravich and Jerry the Logo West. I just couldn't decide which one I like better. Number 9, Earl the Pearl Monroe. How you have a list and don't have Earl the Pearl on it?
He said,
Yeah, you wrong. You gotta have Earl the Pearl on your list. And I tied him with the Iceman, George Gervin. So shout out to Ron. He got it right. The Iceman needs to be on that
Iceman
list.
was so smooth, wasn't he?
Iceman was a killer of the basket. He had a beautiful shot. Then number 8, the Diesel. I was stunned that Czar and Ron didn't have the Diesel on there. So thanks, Dennis.
actually, my favorite Shaq nickname is the Big Aristotle.
Yeah, well, it's all right. I like the Diesel. But number 7, I couldn't stand the team he played on, but Vinny the Microwave Johnson. I always thought the microwave was dope.
Instant
That man-
offense.
That man heat up like that.
Heat up. That's what I'm saying. It heated up. And when I went to see the game, you could hear people on the sideline going beep, 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 like when your food is ready. It was dope. It was just dope. I loved it. Anyway, number 6 is Julius Dr. J. Irving. Number 5 is Kobe the Black Mamba Bryant. And number 4 is Ray Jesus Shuttlesworth Allen. Yes, it came from a movie, but after that movie, that's what everybody called him. So, hey. 3, Irvin Magic Johnson. Magic, number 3. 2 has to be the answer. It's the answer.
We had the same number 2.
Yep.
And
I'm surprised. I was stunned that Dennis had him at 10. I'm like,
Me
that's
too.
almost insulting. But number 1 is Michael Air Jordan.
Right.
Timeless.
Right.
No better,
I was shocked no one had Larry Legend.
Nah, I'm shocked Sharon ain't got Magic on there.
She did.
I did.
She
I
just said
you don't be
Magic.
listening. You don't be
I ain't
listening.
hear Magic.
She
You don't
just
be
said
listening.
it.
Number 3, Irvin
Oh,
Magic
number
Johnson.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But listen,
we
my honorable mention was, who did you just say, Czar?
Larry Legend.
Larry Legend. Larry Legend is down there, and Robert Tractor Trailer. I always thought that was a dope name. I just loved it. I just loved it
Ain't
here.
nobody had a Rain Man?
No.
I had not the Rain Man, but I had the glove.
Yeah,
and I had the mailman, even though I can't stand him.
I had the
I always
mailman,
thought
the
that was dope. That was dope. The mailman. Yeah.
Right.
The mailman.
Nobody had the mitten?
No.
No, we're not doing no mitten. But the Slim
I
Reaper.
I thought of putting down the
Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper, the
the big fundamentals.
Big fundamental, I like that.
No one had the claw?
Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
No,
was
I don't
cool.
have the claw. I didn't like the claw.
The truth was the only one that was on my joint.
The Flash and the Truth. Y'all know how much I can't stand Paul Pierce, but Shaq named him the Truth, and that was it.
Nobody had Jimmy Buckets?
No Jimmy Buckets.
Only other one I wanted to put on there, it was two other ones I wanted to put on there. It was Lynn Sanity. Lynn Sanity was one I was going to put on there, and the other one was the Hibachi.
Who?
Oh,
who's the Hibachi?
Gilbert Arenas.
All right, I got my trash.
No, you call him Agent Zero. You don't call him the Hibachi. That's Agent Zero.
He goes by
two-piece.
Whatever.
Okay.
Agent Zero was the name.
Worst nickname of all time. And I wrote it down. I don't even know why I didn't say it. And it was on my piece of paper. The Cum Bucket.
The who?
Who the hell was that?
Kaminga for the Warriors.
What are they called?
The Cum Bucket.
The Cum Bucket.
The Cum Bucket. Yes. Look it up. Kaminga for the Warriors is known as the Cum Bucket.
Okay.
I was dying when I saw that.
They can keep that. They can keep that in house. We don't need to hear that. What about Charles? Let me see. Charles, the what they call him, the round.
See, he said they call him that. They do. Yeah, they do.
Round pound
Google it.
Google's rebound or something like that. I started to put that on there, but it's too long to say. That's the only reason why I didn't say the human highlight film, because I felt like it was too long. So I didn't.
I just remember growing up, man, Neek, man, every time I put on the little sports show, the human highlight film, man, like that was.
And I had
it was kind of my second favorite player at the time in the 80s after Jordan.
Cyber Twine. He keep putting out Cyber Twine.
I don't know.
Penny. I had Penny.
Who is Cyber Twine?
Penny. I had Penny.
Penny Hardaway was on my next.
I had
my next 10, and Zebo.
I had to put Penny because nobody even called him.
Had to put Zebo on there. Had to put.
Hey, I had Sharon. You might not like him, but like I said, I actually like this guy. I mean, we know the feud, but I'm an Indiana fan. I had Zeke on my honorable mention. Zeke. I
had Zeke on there.
I like that name, Zeke. I like that name though.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people named Zeke. I guess that I've heard it all my life, so I guess that's why it didn't stick out as a Antoine
Walker's name was Cyber Twine. I never knew that.
I never knew that.
And I love Antoine Walker. We got the same birthday. Me and Antoine Walker got the same birthday. I love it.
Half man, half amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call
him Insanity better than that.
Remember Skip to
like a lot of people got too many nicknames, like Shaq. AI got too many nicknames. Who else was another boy that had a lot of nicknames? I can't think right now.
I don't know, but y'all remember Skip to my list.
I had the Brow on my list, Sharon.
The Brow, yeah.
I like the Brow. I like the
Brow. And I did have Greek Freak. I like Greek Freak. I kind of like
the Brow has been balling lately.
The Brow
looks like an MVP. They look like an MVP candidate.
I think the Brow got hurt today, though.
Look, y'all. Look. We not even at the All-Star break. Stop crowning people. I tell you, people just be like, he's in the conversation. There should be no MVP conversation yet in the NBA yet. None.
No, he left the game. He left the game with flu-like symptoms. Never mind.
The bone collector.
I was mad because I got the update. I'm like, what? I'm like, don't tell me he got hurt now, but it was a flu. Yeah.
And then I didn't know that Ron Artest had a nickname.
What is it?
I forgot about Action Jackson. I forgot about that until I was reading.
Ron Artest got a nickname?
I had on my list. I had Rip on my list. Rip Hamilton.
What's Ron Artest's nickname?
You know what? It was so vague. I can't even remember what it was. I can't remember what it is.
We always called him that mofo named Meta. That's what we always call him.
I think his name was Malice.
Oh,
No, okay, never mind.
No.
All right, Ryan, let's get to our questions, Ryan. Here you go. Yo, here you go, yo. Here you go. Going to talk about some balance. Get to these
Oh, the
questions.
Matrix. Yeah, the Matrix. Sean Marion.
Marion, yeah.
Yeah, I always liked the Matrix too. Never understood how he got it, but I was like, okay, the Matrix.
Yeah, movie was boo, but his name was all right.
my first question. You is a betting person. Who would you put your money on? Kansas City Chiefs or Buffalo Bills to go to the Super Bowl this year? Dennis.
Sharon.
Can I pick another thing?
No.
I just want to know, is it possible? I'll put my money on the Bengals.
Repeat.
I'm putting my money on the Bengals.
Okay.
That ain't the question.
Okay.
I asked them. Could I pick a
Sharon?
thing?
The Chiefs.
Okay. Zor?
The chefs.
The chefs.
The chefs.
Y'all remember that commercial back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Kansas City.
When he was doing the end zone, and he said, "Man, you spelled it wrong. It's not the chefs."
Hey, Dennis. Josh said we gotta protect Ron's questions. We gotta protect them.
He been saying to protect stuff. I think this is like third time he said protect them.
Yeah, ever since. Yeah.
My next question. Name 4 NFL players that should get the big money back this offseason.
You said name 4?
4.
Name a. You
I
said
will take 2.
You said an NFL player?
Yeah, but I will take 2. So
I can't even barely name one. Let me think. Yeah, I didn't look at them questions. I'm sorry. They need to pay Lamar.
that's it.
That's it. They need to pay that man.
They do, but they're not.
I don't know if they are or not.
And
Baltimore tends to be cheap anyway.
right. And we said on a podcast I've been watching 2 weeks ago, they're not Baltimore style.
Yeah, they're cheap.
Right.
They've been cheap with everybody except one person, Joe Flacco.
So
the only person they paid.
I'm gonna say Roquan Smith and I'm gonna say Saquon Barkley.
Okay. So
Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb.
They up for a payday, huh? Okay.
Usually after that 3rd year.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't keeping up.
Get too close to that free agency.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, Justin Jefferson definitely needs to get paid.
Yeah.
He earned it. What you think, Ron? Who you got?
To be honest, Roquan Smith and Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Josh Jacobs as well, since the Raiders don't want to pay him.
I would go farther than that. I would say Jimmy.
I just don't say running backs just because I just know how the shit go, man.
I know.
It's weary, bro.
I would say Jimmy G too.
Yeah, all right, fuck that.
Hell no.
Okay. And
I
this
mean, you'll take him in Atlanta though.
Right. Yeah. In a heartbeat.
I'm gonna tell you something that I've been sitting back and just thinking about. You know, a lot of people have been sitting over there and they was talking about Deion Sanders. And I just was sitting there and I was thinking, you know, he in Colorado now. He'll be there for a couple years. And then the NFL team is going to start calling.
No.
Yeah.
They will.
They're going to call him. And he coming to Atlanta. The house he built. That's what's going to happen.
No.
So get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready.
He may not go, straight into head coaching. He might go in as an, assistant or coordinator. Or coordinator or something. Mm-hmm.
I don't know nothing about that. He's going as a head coach. That's the only way. You got to get them from the
I
5.
don't know.
You got to get them from the 5 million and give them more money. So
I
either
don't
they're gonna
know.
go from 5 to 8 or 5 to 10.
I don't know.
Now, my next question:
Yes, you got said, Flacco. Go ahead.
if more bad stuff come out about Jerry Jones, what the commissioner should do to Jerry Jones, Dennis?
Do you know that picture was leaked through the Washington Post? I didn't know that. Did you know the Washington Post was the one that put that picture?
Yes.
Out of all the places it could have been Washington, it was the Washington Post.
But wait a minute, Dennis. That picture is in the archives. That picture, right. I've seen that picture my entire life. Never knew it was him. It before. But that picture, I've seen that picture many times.
I just want to know at what point was it like? Hold on, I got the answer. At what point it was like, we gonna leak this? It got to be Dan Snyder. Like, well, I'm going to put cases on all you. That's what Dan Snyder said. Yeah. I'm putting cases on all. As I go out, I'm putting cases on all you bitches. That's exactly what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Start with you, Mr. Jones.
I don't even know how they figured out that was him.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
To be honest, it don't even look like him.
It looks like him. If you look like him, but it looks like a younger version.
If you go like this, then maybe. But like,
I tell you what, Ron, go look at footage of when he first bought the Cowboys. You'll see the resemblance then.
Okay.
You'll say, oh, okay, I could kind of see it now.
Okay, Juke. Washington Post also leaked those emails. Washington Post trying to be the best. I'm going to say yes, Ryan. I agree with you. I'm going to say yes.
To what?
If they keep finding stuff about him, they're going to have to make him sell the team.
He got in trouble for that?
No, I just said.
How you going to make him sell a team? You don't sell.
No. Wait a minute, Zoe. You did not hear my question.
Yeah, I heard your question. Like you said, if they keep finding stuff, what are you talking about?
Bad stuff.
I know, but what do you mean bad? They asked him a question, he answered the question, and they moved on. There's nothing bad.
I said if more bad stuff come out.
Where was the bad at? There's nothing bad. There's nothing happened. When the Clippers dude had to sell his team because he was a racist, they had racist stuff on him in this era. And within that time frame, where how he still feels, and they have receipts.
Right.
Current,
so what about the guy
from 60 years ago? No, I mean,
what about the guy? What about the guy from the Suns? Is he selling his team?
That's what I don't know that.
They're making that man his team.
No, but I'm saying I think that's recent stuff as well, right? Right. No. If they find stuff from 60 years ago of a 14-year-old in the picture, no. I mean, they got to find something credible of recent showing of recent behavior now, because, like I said, no one never really asked me about this question. I've never talked about it, but y'all got to know history, and I don't want to get too deep in this, but unfortunately, I know a lot of white friends, especially if you go back then. You're raised up, your generations before you're taught and raised a certain way to not like certain people. And I'm sure his parents or his, great grandparents, I'm sure they raised them up and they didn't like black people. But again, I'm giving benefit of the doubt as he stated and so forth, and what he responded and what he said, how he explained the picture, and whether he even felt that way then, which he probably did, because I'm sure he was brought up during that time. We don't like those people. You know what I mean? That's just the time that they were in. Does he still feel that way now? I would like to think not, but there's nothing recent to show that he still does have that same behavior, at least, like Schneider, like some of these guys. So, no, I mean, you can't hold that old against him, a steal of a picture, and what he said, described what it was. Yeah, I mean, how are you not to say that's not what it was? So, no, they got to find something better than that for him to sell the team. And like I said, I want him to sell the team for other reasons, football-related reasons. You know that, Dennis. But as far as that, no.
Go, Sharon.
Well, it depends on what the bad stuff is. That sound like boogeyman talk to me, but
Right.
the
I mean,
boogeyman
what-
is out there. But but seriously, it depends on what it is that they would find.
Right.
I'm pretty much in the same camp with Czar about the whole picture from 60 something years ago.
Right.
And people do not understand. I have friends that are very vehemently opposed to what I'm saying. And that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But as soon as I saw that picture, as I said, I've seen this picture many times. And remember, these are still photos. We don't know what all was done.
Right.
We really don't. We don't know if he went with a group of friends and they were like, hey, come on and go. And he got, egged into going because he didn't want to be the one to not go and follow the rules and not go. Right. You don't know. There's too much we don't know. We don't know much more than we do know. The only thing that we know is that he was standing there in the crowd. That's all we know.
Yep.
That's it. We don't know anything else about what he was doing there. We just don't. So like somebody on TV said, I ain't gonna say their name, but like somebody on TV said, do we really want to open the door to all that has to happen is a picture come out of you just standing in the background somewhere and your whole career could just be ruined because you're standing back in the background?
Right.
They're out here trying to ruin people's careers and stuff now because they once visited that one dude on the island, the dude that was accused of having all the sex trafficking.
Right.
But every time people went to the island, they didn't go for entertainment sometimes. Sometimes he conducted business meetings on the island.
Right.
So if I went over there for a business meeting and so my name was on the list because they pulled my travel records, are you going to say that I participated in sex trafficking?
No.
And then I can't dispute it because he was a sex trafficker. They have my flight records. Therefore, you must have been participating and you must have known about it, Sharon. How fair would that be? And so that's what I'm saying. You don't want to contribute to it just because you take offense to him being there. I took offense to it. I took offense to a whole lot of folks standing in them crowds.
Right.
Which is a time for another discussion at another time.
Right.
But he was 14, 15 years old.
Right.
I don't think the man still feels the same way he did then as he does now. I just don't believe that. Just don't. So I think people are making so much more about it because of who he is, because they're still pissed that he wouldn't let them kneel unless they all did it together.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are still mad about that. And so they want to take that and say, see, I told you he was always racist. There's the proof. And I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. If you cry wolf, then when people really do something racist to you, people are not going to listen to you. If everything you see got to be racist, you got to call it that.
Right.
And like Jude put in there, prove that you didn't participate. How are you going to disprove it? How are you going to prove you didn't?
Right.
I mean, really? How are you going to prove that? So anyway, he said
we can do a reenactment. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stand right here, bro. Hey, y'all ain't coming to the show.
But
you know what it remind me of, Sharon? It's funny because he said he played football, right? And he was a football player.
Yeah.
It remind me, and that's why who knows? But if you remember the Titans, that's exactly what happened as well.
Right.
And, because you had kids that were strongly felt that way, and they were real prejudiced.
Right.
And you had the white kids that just had to feel that way because that's just the way it was. So we're going to feel that way. And remember, some of the football players ran to the protest, and the coach was like, "Get your asses here." I bet that happened at a lot of schools where you had some of the ones that didn't want to get involved, or the ones, okay, I'm curious. Oh, I'm white too, so I got to go over there. And, and so I agree with you. I kind of believe what he's saying as well, because if you didn't go, then you might have got, who knows, when your own people, because there was a lot of pressure on that race stuff back then. And it's like, well, who are you? You ain't gonna come support our movement? They come into our school, like, didn't forget you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that reminded me of.
I mean, peer pressure is real. It existed back then too. And so I mean, it's just too many things, too many parameters, too much about this story that we don't know. So
I hear you, Ricky. He said I hate white people.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that, Jude. You're conflating issues. Yes, there's many innocent black folks that can't prove their innocence. But guess what? There's plenty of white folks too that can't prove their innocence.
Just like
this is not a black and white issue, is what I'm saying.
When they said Jerry was 14, so was Emmett Till. To me, that was silly.
Yeah, see, to
that
me,
was silly.
I took offense
say
to
nothing.
That.
Silly.
No, I did. I got into it with somebody. I said, and they couldn't understand why I was offended by
about
it.
a boy that got brutally beaten and murdered to a picture of a man standing.
That little boy was murdered for something that he didn't. He was lied on and murdered. That has nothing to do. That's not. You can't even compare that.
Right.
To finding a picture 60 years later of a 14-year-old standing back in the back. He's like 3 or 4 rows back. He's not even on the edge.
Right.
Just stop.
But anyway, that's our response, Ron. Go to the next question.
My last question. Name 2 NFL players that played for your NFL team that turned your team around, and they deserve a statue. Dennis.
Reggie White, Brian Dawkins.
Not Jerome Brown?
I gave you 2, sir. You want me to give you 3? How many you need? Just let me know. I answered the question. I just want how many you need, sir.
All right,
John. You know, you mad that I answered so fast? I studied my questions, sir. I was here to study. I studied my questions, sir.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
No.
You know, since Dennis, you want to get 3 from Dennis, I'll give you 3. The triplets.
Yeah,
they turned our team around.
They sure did.
Yeah.
The triplets plus you can add a little Dion on there, but
I was gonna say Dion, but he came when we were.
They ain't even got. He was a missing piece. Dion in the ring honor.
Right.
He was a missing piece, but he didn't turn us around. But he was a missing piece to win in another one. But they turned us. We were terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sharon.
I say Ben Roethlisberger and Troy Polamalu.
Okay.
Do you want a third one?
Sure.
Only had 2. Only had 2.
I'll take another.
James Harrison.
That man used to scare the. Oh man.
Yeah. He needs a statue. Get that man a statue.
Yeah. I would say Jamal Anderson, Dirty Bird. He's the one that started the Dirty Bird, and Chandler, the quarterback for us.
No, yeah. Andre Rison.
Andre Rison was
no Michael Vick.
No
Deion Sanders on there.
No.
Damn, Deion is in y'all right now. God damn.
Yeah, I met Deion and it did not go well. So
it wasn't supposed to go well.
Ain't got nothing to do with it. That's personal.
Well, Deion Sanders then, and Jamal Anderson.
I just want to know why Matt Ryan not on it. He the only one won y'all MVP. Took y'all to a Super Bowl. Why not Matt Ryan?
Woo! That's for another show, everybody.
No, it ain't. This is for this show. Why not Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan won the MVP. Turned y'all around. Y'all drafted him. He took y'all to the Super Bowl and won the MVP.
Sir, Sir,
Matty
I
Ice.
gave you two. I gave you
Matty
two,
Ice.
sir.
Matty Ice.
Two.
I can give you some
You're
more.
supposed to give me number two.
I can give you some more.
But
You know, we got more Hall of Famers than just about anybody, right?
yeah. But
I can give you some more.
when his career over, I think that we'll put a statue in front of the stadium for Matt Ryan.
Oh well, they definitely need them. If they don't have it already, they need a statue of Mean Joe Green up in there.
They probably do.
I don't know. I haven't been there. I know there's a statue with Franco Harris in the airport, but I don't know
When the last time you've been there?
I've never been there.
You never been in not one of the Steelers games at home?
Not at home. I've been to one Steelers game. That was down here in Carolina.
But that's your my questions.
What about the rest of them?
You got it.
You just gonna make me do it. I swear. Between you and Dennis, I don't know who is more annoying with that. I don't know.
I got it.
Anyway,
we love your participation, Sharon.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. So I have here's one of my questions, folks. Ron asked for questions. I gave him questions, but he wants me to read the questions, so I'm going to read the questions. The Washington Wizards. This is a very interesting point. Has not won let me start over. The Washington Wizards has not won more than 40 games in a season since 1979. Should the team be dismantled, or should it be moved to another city, or should they stay there? What you think, Czar?
No, they made the playoffs. They always make the playoffs here and there. So no, I mean they compete. When they had Chris Webber and them boys when they were the Bullets, we put hands on them as the Bulls 1-8 matchup, but they gave us a game or two. Agent Zero and them boys, they beat my Bulls actually with Ben Gordon and Kirk Heinrich and them, and no, they beat Bradley Beal. I mean, they're relevant. No, they're not terrible.
And their fans love them. So
Yeah.
I just don't even understand where the question came from. This is not my question. This was a question I saw somewhere else.
You might as well get rid of the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, that's another question. That's another story.
Right.
Yeah.
What you say, Dennis?
I'm on the same train. I don't think you get rid of them. They're competitive. As a competitive team, they actually doing some pretty nice things. They got some talent going on over there. Hopefully, it all comes together.
Yeah, they're building it piece by piece. They really are. Ron, what you think?
I think they need to stay there. They got a lot of talent that help out in the community. They give back to the community, and that means a lot to a lot of people. They cannot afford stuff. They do get the help that they need. So,
let me ask you a question, Shannon. If you can remember, where did they say they should reroute to? If you can remember,
somebody said they should put that team in Seattle, and I said no, that Sacramento need to go to Seattle, and they laughed at me, right? Because they like Sacramento, but yeah, they said they should go to Seattle. I said, why? They're a lucrative team. They're a lucrative organization. They have fans. The fans pack the place. They show up.
Yeah, they do.
They show up.
Can I ask you a question, Sharon? They did the same thing for the Supersonics, and they still moved that team.
Yeah,
no, they started showing up as much.
But
they had a lot of what's they call blackout games.
Right. But the fans were still there though.
No. That's why they had the blackout games. It wasn't selling out. So, you would barely see Ray Allen games when he went to the Supersonics. They kind of went downhill. Then they drafted Kevin Durant, but everybody was, they was talking about him. He the skinny kid. They should send him back to the D League. He don't have enough weight on him and all that.
Because
Now
that's
he one
what I
of the
thought.
75 now he one of the 75 most greatest players to play. So
Right. That's what I thought when I first seen Kevin Durant. I was like, who this kid is?
Yeah, I wish he would have gone there, to be honest with you.
I mean, it would have.
After he left Golden State, I really wanted him to go to Washington, actually. But
The way his head coach was from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's probably why he didn't go.
Probably. All right. So next question. Oh yeah, I gotta do it like Ron. Next question.
My next question.
Besides LeBron, whose NBA jersey of current players would you like to have? You can name as many as you want. 5, 4.
I don't want no damn LeBron
7.
jersey.
That's why I said besides. I was just putting it out there. I don't want that to be an answer. Don't tell me no LeBron. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, besides LeBron, Ron, whose jersey would you?
That's who I would want. Ice Tray for the Atlanta Hawks.
Is he the only one?
Yeah, that's who I like on the team.
Oh, that's right. That's your team now. So,
but I would like Booker too from the Phoenix.
He like John Collins.
I cannot
stand.
No,
I've been wanting to trade John Collins ever since he came into the NBA.
Okay.
But
what's up, Dennis? Whose jersey you want?
I want John Morant, Tyrese Maxey's. John Morant, Tyrese Maxey. I'll take Jason Tatum, Paolo Banchero, and I'm gonna take Jalen Green.
You will not get your boy from your own team?
He said Tyrese Maxey.
He said
I'm talking about the big fella.
Remember, Tyrese Maxey is the only one that's untradeable. Remember, he told you that clearly. Everybody else could go except Tyrese Maxey.
If you want to leave, go ahead and leave, baby.
I listened to him very closely.
I go ahead and leave.
Who is Facebook user? I need to know who that is, man. Say your name.
I have no idea.
Not your.
But yeah, Big Czar. Whose would you wear? Adam, we already know that you would wear Dames. I mean, you didn't even have to write that. We knew that was your answer.
Shoot, man. You know what I mean? Let's go with playoff P. We're gonna go with playoff P. We're gonna go with street clothes.
Oh, you want jerseys that you ain't gonna never wear. All right. The fuck? Why you at it? Why you at it? Get Kawhi Leonard?
Wearing no California team.
Yeah, right. Why you at it? Get Kawhi Leonard? Why you at it? Getting all these injured reserve motherfuckers.
Yeah, let me get John Wall.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hanging on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
you know, you already know. Give me DeRozan and Levine, of course. Give me the dynamic duo. You know, I mean, we're struggling right now, though. We might end up trading one of them dudes. An outside player, man, give me Luka, man. I'll rock Luka. You know what I mean? I'll rock Luka.
He need to stop traveling. All right. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the list. Here's my list. I want John Walls, but I want a Wizards John Wall jersey.
Ooh. Oh, you want the throwback?
Ain't putting no clippers on this body. No clippers.
No, what about the Rockets?
No. I hate Rockets too. Don't you remember? I can't stand the Rockets.
I'm surprised she's okay with the Colorado Deion Sanders move.
Right.
To be honest with you.
No, wait a minute. I still hate Colorado. I'm just happy that he's going. But I did send him a message and I did tell him, don't ever leave home by yourself and stay away from the hotels. That's what I told him.
We're going to take a visit to Colorado.
Never leave home by yourself. I always got witnesses with you.
Oh, he got his
Don't go to the
wife with him.
hotels for any reason.
He got his wife and the kids with him.
It's hard. They ain't around all the time. So no. But anyway, so John Wall, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram,
B.I.
John Morant, oh gosh, RJ Barrett, Jimmy Butler. I would rock a Jimmy Butler jersey only because it's the Miami Heat. I love the Heat. And somebody I'm missing.
Ben Simmons.
Westbrook.
Who? Oh yeah. Well, thank you, Russell Westbrook. Thank you, Czar. And what'd you say, Dennis?
Ben Simmons.
Man, you know what? You better be glad you in Philly and I'm in Carolina, because I would probably pop you right now for saying Ben Simmons for an answer. Now,
how about you got a better chance saying Richard Simmons?
I'll rock a Embiid. I'll rock a KD.
How about Bam?
Bam Adebayo. Yep.
They do got some nice jerseys though.
Yeah.
Miami.
They keep on
I like them white on white.
Yeah. And I would pick a Cleveland player. I don't know who's even on the team. Who is Kevin Love still on the team? I guess I rock Kevin Love.
He's still there collecting the check. And then this contract in already? Damn. Yo, that's a good ass question. Damn, that motherfucker, what he got? He got Bobby Valentino? What kind of contract he got?
Hey, they doing, Dennis. They're doing what Miami doing with the old fella.
Jonathan Haslam. Hey, you know what? That's a good jersey.
Talking about,
you ain't never gonna worry about him going nowhere. That's a good jersey.
Talking about Udonis Haslam. I don't take no Haslam shade around here.
There's gonna be a bunch of Haslam shade. I'm gonna say, yo, that's who I should have said that to last night. Josh and fucking Jay Will. They was like, man, I'm sick of Iguodala sitting on the bench. I should have been like, shit, what you think Miami feel with fucking Udonis Haslam sitting there collecting the check?
Hey, and
I said, to be honest with you,
look, I would rock both of them jerseys, Iguodala and Haslam.
This is what I told him. I said, to be honest with you, they ain't doing nothing there but being an extra coach, but you get paid more as the 15th player on the bench than you do to be a coach. So they'll be the 15th player on the bench. That's what I was telling him last night.
Well, see, when he gets finished, he's going in the front office. They've already told him that. He's a Heat lifer. He's gonna be
up there with Pat Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pat Riley with the good hair. Pat with the good hair. Pat Riley got good hair.
I call it the swirl. He got the swirl back.
Yeah, man. I know his wife tired of him with that damn gel. You put the fucking gel back. Damn. No, she's tired of his ass.
It is. Be quiet. Be quiet. All right.
Leave Pat Riley alone, dude.
Anybody else got anything about the jerseys?
Who's jersey? Let me get LiAngelo Ball.
Oh, Jello? You gonna not, but not Lonzo and not the other
free
one.
Jello, free Jello.
Just Jello.
Free Jello.
Bless his heart. I just wish he would just be in the NBA.
If I was to get a WNBA jersey, I would get Ryan Howard.
Only Skylar Diggins.
I get Ryan Howard. She's a ball.
Maybe Diana Taurasi.
I would get her, and I get Skylar, and I get.
I need to look that up. When we go to ATL for that weekend, I need to see if they playing. I like to go to Atlanta Dream game.
You see, I would like to get a Houston. What they was back in the day, Houston.
Comment?
Yeah,
Comments.
Tina.
Tina with the big lips?
Yeah.
Tina who?
Tina Turner?
Tina, she's talking about Tina could put on some lipstick, boy. Child.
I have no idea who you talking about.
She
what is her name? Damn.
Tina Charles?
No. She played in the WNBA when it first started.
Right. She played with Lisa.
Lisa was Cheryl Swoops, wasn't it?
Short, fruit.
See, all I knew was Cheryl. So
You talking about Cynthia
I don't
Cooper?
know who Tina is.
She played with her too.
You talking about Cynthia? Oh,
Not Cynthia Cooper. Tina is somebody, they said.
But
if you say her name, I'll probably say, "Oh yeah," but
I forgot her name
right now.
Her first name Tina.
All right. Well, whose jersey in the NBA would nobody with no amount of money? Nobody could pay you to put that jersey on. Current player.
That tall, lanky dude play for Minnesota.
He's talking about Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
You can't stand him.
I can't stand that dude.
You can't stand him.
you already know mine, Sharon.
That dude right there.
Tina Thompson.
Tina Thompson. Yeah.
You already know mine.
Oh.
Steph Curry.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron. You can say LeBron too. Well, even though I had a LeBron jersey in Cleveland when he first got to the league.
I would rock a LeBron jersey. I really would.
I had one in Cleveland. He was my favorite player when I was watching him in high school.
I rock a Cleveland, a Miami, and a Lakers LeBron jersey. I sure would. I just didn't want everybody to name him, so I just said take him off the list.
Right.
But anyway,
the guy that I wouldn't name, the guy jersey that I wouldn't wear, it's probably Ben Simmons.
Is he the only one?
You sure? I think there's somebody right now that y'all been having problems with.
Go ahead and name him.
Ice Tray.
I wear Ice Tray. I love me Ice Tray. Yeah, I had the whole argument. Trey over Luka.
Right. Or what his name with the Clippers.
No, he wouldn't wear a Tobias Harris jersey though.
He sure wouldn't.
I wear a Tobias Harris jersey before I wear a Ben Simmons jersey.
What?
Yeah. I wear Tobias Harris before I wear Ben Simmons.
I can see that. Is there anybody else you wouldn't wear, Dennis?
I think that's it. I would wear a Luka jersey. I wouldn't pay for it though.
Why wouldn't you pay for it? Why?
It costs too much.
No, it ain't that. I'm only paying for players that I like. I really love. Like I really love Ja and Tyrese Maxey. You know what I mean? So I'll go pay for their jerseys. I'm getting a new love for Jalen Green. I really like this boy Jalen Green. I got a new love for him.
I've been on Jalen.
Yeah.
So thank me. I've been telling you about Jalen Green since last season.
Who else? Paolo Banchero. It's another one.
Since the beginning of the season. Yeah, I don't know. He came out of nowhere. I like him.
Yeah, they're gonna get rookie of the year.
I said it.
I don't know why I forgot about Money Green. I forgot Draymond. I would wear his jersey.
2-piece?
Sure would.
They
call him Bone.
I will wear it. Rock it. But so jerseys. Okay, y'all know me. Whose NBA jersey right now would I not wear? I'm gonna see if you know me as well as I think you do. Whose would I never wear?
LeBron James.
You're not putting on.
I just told you I would wear LeBron.
You're not putting on Chris Paul.
Chris
Devin
Paul.
Booker, James Harden,
Chris
Kawhi
Paul.
Leonard, nothing Clippers at all. Who else jersey wouldn't you wear?
Joker.
Yeah, you're right.
Chris Paul.
Yep, you got Chris. You got Chris. You got James
Harden.
I said Devin Booker.
Devin Booker. Jokic. Yep.
I said Kawhi Leonard.
Yep. Kawhi Leonard.
Paul George.
No, I would wear Paul George now, but it would be an Indiana jersey or Oklahoma.
It wouldn't be the OKC?
I said or Oklahoma.
What about Beverly? That plays for
No, I can't wear Patrick.
You got a jersey?
No.
Hey, yo.
He got about 10 of them, don't he? But no. Anybody else I wouldn't wear?
that I can think of.
Probably the boy from Memphis, the one I call Prince.
The one got the
Oh,
jabber trail
you
right
mean
here.
the dirty player?
They got
The
rid
dirty
of the
one? The dirty player at Memphis? Yeah, he's the one I wouldn't wear his. But y'all missing the obvious. Because
Current
I would
player?
never wear a Celtics jersey. I don't care who play for them. Never.
Yeah, that's the whole team
Celtics.
though. That's the difference. That's the we talking about players. Like I know you ain't
No,
wearing
any
nobody
player.
from
I don't care if I wouldn't even wear Shaq's jersey from Celtics. No.
No, but I'm just saying that's the whole Celtics stuff.
Yeah.
We talking about players. We just talking about
Yes,
specific
I'm talking
players.
about players. So I'm saying any player that's in a Celtics jersey, I'm not wearing it. So that means Jason Tatum.
Even if Kobe Bean, so you telling me if Kobe Bean went to the Celtics, you wouldn't wear it?
I couldn't wear it. Mm-mm.
Wow.
That would have broke my heart too. Oh my God. I probably would have shed real tears. Probably would have.
If him and Magic went to the Celtics, oh man.
Yeah. But see, Magic, he wouldn't go to the Celtics, period.
He almost went to the Knicks.
Now the Knicks I could deal with, even though I hate that team. I could deal with the Knicks.
I hate the owner.
Yeah, I cannot stand the owner.
All right. Well, I got one last question.
Okay, we ready.
Well, Dennis asked me about this question, but I said, what do you think of the NFL helmet rule and should it be changed and why? And Dennis asked me, what's the helmet rule? But isn't there a rule in the NFL that they can't take their helmet off or they'll get fined when they take it off?
Yeah, somebody got fined this year.
It two rules.
What are they?
The one rule, like you cannot hit your helmet. You know, they call that target.
They're helmet to helmet, and you can't remove your helmet on the field.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the helmet to helmet.
Yeah, you just can't take it off. So, like, if you score a touchdown, you can't take your helmet off. Or after a play, you get high, you can't take your helmet off. You got to go to the sideline.
Right. Yeah. So that's my question. My question is, what do y'all think of that rule?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I just like how they don't let them celebrate. They too hard on the celebrations. Taking the helmet off, that's fine because you can do a lot of stuff celebrating without taking your helmet off. And I get it. It's a big hard object. Who knows? You know, something you take your helmet off, now you're not protected. Someone, just accident can happen. So I'm cool with the don't take the helmet off rule.
I ain't cool with it. What about you, Dennis?
As a sometimey rule. If a superstar do it, it's fine. Somebody else do it, it's a fine.
True. I see what you did there, Dennis. Ryan?
That's how I feel like Dennis.
Yeah, because DJ Moore took his helmet off as he's getting up, winning touchdown, getting up, took his helmet off to celebrate it, and no time left. All they do is kick the field goal. They'd won the game. They gave him a 15-yard penalty for it.
Yep.
Aaron Donald takes his helmet off, point to the ring. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened to him. Yeah.
We did go back to when Diggs were in Minnesota. He took his helmet off to celebrate. Right.
Yeah. See, I don't agree with it. I think if in those particular circumstances, I understand what Zara is saying. Yeah, they could get hurt and all that stuff. I get all that. But anytime that they take their helmets off, it's after a play. So nobody's playing. Nobody's crashing into each other or anything. And they're standing there celebrating or whatever they're doing, taking their helmet off like you do in basketball. You make a good shot and you do like that and whatever. It's the same type of thing. But they're covered with a helmet. I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem with it. Let people see who they are. Shoot, I don't even know who half them players are if I see them without their uniform on, without their uniform.
That's some of the main reasons why they be out in clubs, flaunting big jewelry, buying big bottles, having that fun, and they one of the ones to get in trouble because a lot of people don't know who they are. Like it ain't like, oh, yo, that's such and such. Like you wouldn't know. But once you see the jewelry and everything, like, oh, you are a football player.
Yeah, well.
And when
yeah,
it comes to basketball players, they ain't got to do all that. They
Right.
step in the room and you know who they are because their face is always shown.
well, yeah, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
So
But yes, Dennis, that's my last question. Thank
All
you
right.
for playing.
That was I'd like to thank y'all. I'd like to thank everybody for their participation. Now, next week, can we do the top 10 NFL nicknames?
all time.
Are there any? Yeah, we
There's
can.
a whole lot of them.
Yeah, I know it. I'm just kidding.
All time.
But it's your favorite. It's your favorite top 10 NFL nicknames.
Sure,
And
we can do
Czar
that.
had a top 10 as well. Czar, what was your top 10?
Top 10 animated movies.
I thought it was cartoon and anime.
Okay, cartoon movies, not cartoons.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Well, we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And as they were